Oh wait, hold on. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. They should be able to now. No, I don't think they can. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Maybe now? Can you try again? You good? Nope. That still didn't work. Okay. Alright. No. Why? Why is this... Wait, I know. Hold on. Now talk?
Hello?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Did we do it?
Yeah,
Have we
did
accomplished voice?
Well, I did it. So, anyways, cool.
You did, in fact, do it.
I did it. I did the thing. Anyways, hello, everybody.
I hope you're all having a lovely evening. I dearly missed you last week, assuming you can hear me now.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out while we got that sorted out real quick. I did miss you guys. I am feeling better. I appreciate the kind words and the chats. I want to give a shout out to Lucky Wandering for getting his completing his Stug 4 campaign. He finally got LT 15. Well done. That's a tough one. Good job. Frank says not fixed. Cabbage is still ugly. Yeah, well, some problems there aren't any solutions for. So,
Wow.
It's Frank's a good guy. He's not putting his face on camera anytime soon. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, let's get on to what is going on in World of Tanks.
Yeah, what
week.
is going on in World of Tanks? I'm out of the loop. I don't even know. I heard that there
you
was
are very out of the loop.
Rains of Frogs and
what?
It was.
Anyways,
right?
So we have the Road to Berlin currently going on. That ends on May 17th. Make sure you get all of your little groups to tier 3, because if you do, you get a really nice little badge, which I currently have on my username. We have the Berlin map launches at some point in the near future, so please be excited for that. We have care package Starry Night, which is our new Twitch package. We've gone away from the NATO way of naming our care packages, which is really interesting. Otherwise, we have Tank Rewards, Military Appreciation Month with Cooler Master, We have an update for that. The update for that is the Tier 1 style is now permanent. So you guys will be getting the permanent version of the style. Previously, basically what happened was your Tier 1 style would only last for one battle. Well, now it is permanent. So keep an eye out for that change. We do have a weekly watcher code today. That will be released later, probably around 5:05 p.m. CT. Ongoing stuff. So we have Tank University, which I believe ends June 1st. So Tank University ending on June 1st. There is no raffle this month. And then we also have World of Tanks with Lionsgate. So Midway, Rambo Last Blood, and Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge is a good movie.
Yeah, so pretty good movies. I watched Midway, haven't actually ever seen Rambo Last Blood, and haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge yet. And then we also have the Corsair Community League. So there is a community league that is being run by, well, the community, and that has a partnership with Corsair. Matches generally start around 8:30 Eastern time. There's a site that you guys can go to check when the matches are, and that is fantasytanks.com/tournaments/12/schedule, if Cabbage could grab and post, possibly. We do have several different channels to watch the Community League on. That is going to be twitch.tv/The Love Hitman and twitch.tv/Haglar. Or you can watch both using multi-Twitch. We also have a Spanish caster, which is Impacto Critico, and then we have a Portuguese caster who is World of Hue Oficial. And then for this week, our Showdown Saturday tank is going to be the KV3. So that is generally all that's going on. If you guys have any interest in the developer livestream that we hosted last month, I believe at this point, we have a questions and answers playlist, which is currently on our Twitch channel. You can go to that by checking in our collections in our video. So do check that out. Super awesome. We got a lot of nice, interesting answers to a lot of very interesting questions from our community contributors, which included Nick Shocks, 13 Disciple, and Cody Menz. That's who it was. Name was eluding my brain.
There we
Anyways.
go. So
Cool.
I did. I was actually just setting up the lead-in for the news, and then Tragic did all of it. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're feeling it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did want to give you a little bit of break since you're just now coming back onto our stream, which is awesome.
Very excited. I'm very excited about the Starry Night style.
Oh, yeah?
Looks really cool. The Van Gogh painting style looks neat.
Yeah.
How's it going? We got K Miles popping up on Twitch. Just missed the start of the stream, but guess you guys are virtually visiting us on Thursday. That is the plan. On Thursday, it's looking like we're going to have another museum stream with the folks from the Collings Foundation. So all of someone already redeemed the 10,000 points for me to wear a onesie next stream.
Oh.
So it'll have to be next Tuesday.
Oh, awesome! Awesome!
I don't want to besmirch the fine appearance of the museum with my onesie.
Yeah. So if you guys want to, do check out the rewards that we have for our stream. I'm gonna. Oh man, we have a lot of pending ones. Okay, so Ortnoth has redeemed the Tragic next stream, so
nice,
we'll have to do that one as well.
Good pickup.
There are a couple of interesting.
We need to redeem that every stream, folks.
Yeah. There are some very interesting new little rewards that we have, so please do check those out. All you have to do is look below the stream, and it says WGNA Karma. You can use that.
She put in some jokes there about shearing me like a sheep.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
I can't promise we'll hold to that.
Oh no.
Glorfin was the one who said put it on. Or I had points to spend to put on the onesie. KML says, any specific tanks you want to see inside of, let us know. Ooh, good poll, chat. Ooh. What do you we'll have to see what the MHET Museum has on tap. They have quite the collection of tanks there. The Abrams, I think, would be pretty cool to see the inside of for the average. I seriously doubt the average person see the inside of an Abrams. All right, folks. I think we're ready to get into some platoons now.
Yeah.
FF8 says 1 billion points and he'll shave on stream.
Oh, Lucky Wandering.
That seems like a weird. This seems like we might be crossing genres there with that kind of activity.
Lucky Wandering has redeemed the cabbage trims his hair next stream.
Okay.
So you're definitely doing your hair next stream.
So the joke was I said I would cut my own hair and show up on stream with a homemade haircut. So yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. So right. I got you, Weejix. We got Weejix in the chat says it's weird when people call Wargaming Ouija because it's confusing for my username. I bet. I actually thought your username was a reference at first.
Yeah, same, honestly.
Someone also redeemed the cabbage onesie. Yes, I will wear the onesie next Tuesday. All right. Murray on Facebook says Stronghold battle menu just gets stuck in loading. I can only be invited to skirmishes. I seem to be not alone with this. Murray, I'm not aware of the issue, but if you haven't yet, please file a support ticket so our technical support team can get a bug report going, and then maybe they can figure out what's up.
Yeah. All right. So we only seem to have FF8 in our platoon list, but he has put my username as the platoon name. So I'm gonna ignore that since he's not even online. Yeah, he's. Oh,
I was hoping he would come carry us, but I guess not.
I know, right? That's fine.
Maybe we'll just have to play together. Oh, by the way, I do want to point out we had a lovely visitor who I assume is coming to us from the CIS region. Schmail on YouTube says, "American streams, you have some crayfish playing, if that." And I thought it was really funny because I can tell you what happened is we call tomatoes here in NA and in EU. In the CIS region, they call tomatoes lobsters because they're also red. So this guy translated to lobster and ended up with crayfish.
Crayfish.
Which is
wow.
Speaking English is pretty funny.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's,
all right. We're gonna get Hugo Steele in here because Hugo is in our platoon list.
Apparently, my volume is fairly quiet.
Okay, I may have to adjust some things. Let me see if I can just whoop.
Captain Napalm says, "Hey, Cabbage, how are you doing today?" I'm doing pretty well, Captain. Hope you're doing well too, man. You know, it's tough times for everyone. As you can see, I have my quarantine hair going.
Quarantine hair.
So next week or Thursday, I'll probably do the haircut tomorrow, and then Thursday I'll have my home shorn haircut, and then next week we'll do the hoodie.
Alrighty. I once had a pet crayfish named Robert. Interesting.
Do you still pronounce it crawfish if it's spelled with a Y? I've always wondered.
I thought, aren't they different terms, though? Like crayfish versus crawfish?
I don't think so. How's it going, Ammo, dude?
What is the difference between crayfish and crawfish?
Those are armored creatures, you know? We got armored tanks, armored creatures.
Crawfish, and crawdads are the same animal. Which term you use may depend on where you live. Louisianans most often say crawfish, whereas Northerners are more likely to say crayfish. People from the West Coast or Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas often use the word crawdad.
I grew up calling them crawdads. That was what they were called where I was. Yeah, FF8 says you call them different things based on where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mudbugs was definitely also used to refer to them. Cliffy says where I'm from, they're called bait. Yeah, that's true. Get a nice catfish or a nice bass off with some crawfish. So we're going to be playing Tier 9. We just entered the queue, and congratulations to Hugo Steele, who we're platooning with. He just got his T55A.
Ooh,
congratulations. Congrats. That's a big campaign completion.
Yeah.
Thanks, Smell. Good luck to you, too,
That
man.
is the correct one. Everyone else is weird. You're weird.
I should say Spasibo. Spasibo, Smell.
Spasibo.
Grant says I call him crawdads from California. Or Monty said that, sorry. Yeah, same Monty.
I keep forgetting if the AE Phase 1 is a medium or a heavy.
It's a heavium.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you wouldn't say.
All right, folks. Here's the real test, though. When you eat crawdads, crawfish, mudbugs, whatever you want to call them,
do you suck the heads?
Do you suck the heads?
Yes.
Obviously. Yeah, let me know if you suck the heads.
Oh my god, the first time I heard that term, by the way, was playing Left 4 Dead, if you go through the campaign and you have, oh gosh, what's his name? Forget his name, but he's basically from Louisiana, and or I don't know, he's from some southern state, and he brings up crawfish, and he's just like, hey, have you ever heard the term suck the heads? I don't know what it means, but it has to do with something. I don't even remember what it was.
Hey, that's a win. We got a great chat. We got a great chat here. Everyone in chat was like, yeah, of course I would. Of course I would.
I can't hear my game sounds.
Galorphin says, nice
good.
restaurant in Buda named Mudbugs, a good friend owns. Nice, I'll have to check it out. Buda's not far. I did see Grant asked earlier if there's any update on the tanks the tanks in the bond shops rotating. Still no news on that. Last time I asked, I got an answer. Yes. So you have read more.
Okay, so there was something on the calendar, but I don't think we can release that yet.
Ooh, something on the calendar.
I saw it and I brought it up and I asked your lovely roommate with the small child, and he said to hold off on talking about it.
That could be taken out of context.
What? He literally has a baby.
He does have a baby. Adorable baby. So I have to watch here on YouTube because Twitch is blocked at work. Oh. Good to see you, so slow.
What's
Hope
up,
you don't
slow,
get in trouble.
Is it his baby?
That's good
yes.
news.
Yes, it is.
I'll have to check the calendar and see when we can say something. It is his baby, yes.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Oof. My track is down. I need help.
I mean, I know you need help. I just didn't know it was in the form of tank assistance.
Wow. I see.
Okay. Chat went quick on me there. So yeah, a lot of positivity. We got crawfish. I appreciate that. That's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared to push forward because I think I'll die, but I feel like somebody has to.
I believe I need to adjust my sound settings.
No one shot me. They're there.
There we go. Alright, now I can hear. Amazing. I know how to work computers, right?
Very pro. Grant says A Phase 1 looks good, but I'm definitely getting the Charfurcher 401 first. I really like the AE Phase 1. I don't know, I don't have an opinion on the Char yet, but I hope it works out for you. The Char is the French Tier 9 reward tank that's going to be available as a part of the Expedition Token campaign.
If I can.
Hey, Pi, how's it going?
What's up, Ryu? I saw you join the platoon queue. Welcome, welcome.
Baton Rouge PD tweeted early on in the current situation that you should wash your hands like you have to change your contacts and just eat crawfish. That's good. I'm assuming your typical Cajun crawfish boil has got quite a lot of spice to it. I haven't had the privilege, but that's my assumption there. I like that. That's a good take. Whack the Wombat on Twitch says, Cabbage, where'd you get that Deschutes Brewing shirt from? I actually got it from their tap room in Portland. But I've been a Deschutes fan for... Not that I would ever endorse the consumption of adult beverages, but, you know, they make root beer, too. But I've been a fan of that particular place for a long time. Yeah, if you guys are... you know, are Cajun or regularly enjoy Cajun food, you know, let's be friends. I want to come to your parties.
Come on. Where is this Sheridan? Come on! Yeah, got him. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm gonna ram the Sheridan. I'm gonna ram kill the Sheridan. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice! Nice. That looked good. How come damage block doesn't count the same way assisted damage does as far as PR and WN8? So, WN8 is not a mathematical determination made by Wargaming. WN8 is actually player made.
I mean, I think it's a valid question, though, because I don't think WTR takes it into account either, if I remember correctly.
No. Neither do. Basically, I don't know why, but for some reason, both of those don't take in spotting and assisted damage, and they only take in, like, actual damage done. And it's very weird, because that makes it so you can literally stat pad with WN8, which is why people play light tanks, and what they do is they do a lot of damage, and that makes them look better on paper. But in reality, I mean, technically you could still be really good at the game. It's just that it doesn't take into account, like you said, spotting and assisted damage, or even damage blocked. So none of those will affect your stats, which is kind of unfortunate, because that makes it so that you know, like, heavy tanks don't balance the same way as light tanks, which is quite unfortunate.
Pixie Flies says damage blocked isn't as easily correlated to winning as other metrics. I mean, you see people play to get damage blocking missions. One usually doesn't win when trying to do those blocking missions. Yeah, I gotta be honest, not a fan of blocking missions.
Yeah,
for that exact reason. And I think you know,
also
just
HE with blocking damage does not work.
So the enemy team has a finite number of hit points. So if you're doing assisted damage or directly doing damage, you're reducing that amount. Whereas you're not necessarily helping the team by racking up a massive amount of block damage, which isn't to say like there isn't skill involved in getting a lot of blocks, but you know, getting 6k block probably isn't an indication that your game
probably
went great.
Not. But I think it would be possibly a good idea for the creators of WN8 to possibly include that in, like, their individual vehicle stats version of that. That way, like, people can see, like, how well they do in, let's say, a mouse. Like, if you're not doing a lot of block damage in the mouse, you must be doing something wrong. Whereas if you're doing, you know, a lot, you know.
So we're launching up in Tier 9 again. We got Mike Ruth with us. He's rocking the M46 patent. Great choice, great choice.
Ken, the point still stands, though. We did not create WN8, so we don't control that.
He's just making a point. He's not relating it to the values. And yeah, that's true, Ken. That if you're blocking the air and shooting your teammates, that's true.
Yeah.
Not to say it's just I think the way that it was originally phrased by who the first comment? Pixie Flies, which is that it's not that it can't be helpful, it's just that you can't draw on a direct line between damage blocked and victory.
Which is fair.
It's not as easy to correlate. So Darkady on YouTube says, just because you're good at the game doesn't mean you're going to have a good win rate. I'm proof of this. Your matchmaking is so bad that I can win maybe 2 out of 20 games. That's 20%. Wow. I don't want to comment without seeing your profile, but generally performance does correlate extremely strongly with win rate in World of Tanks, especially over a large sample size. Not always. You're going to have some people who are incredibly unlucky, but largely over 10,000 battles, the cream rises to the top, if you know what I mean.
Anyways, Walk the Wombat says WN8 is toxic. I don't think that
WN8 predictions are toxic.
Yeah, predictions are toxic, but I don't think WN8 is inherently toxic. I think people use it as a means to boost their toxicity, or to give a reason for their toxicity. Like, it's not numbers that are toxic, it's people using the numbers to create toxicity.
Frank says bacon grease rises to the top also. Toxic. Yeah, you're not proving me wrong there, Frank.
No, people
Nectar of the gods right there. Yeah, so a lot of comments here. WN8's not toxic, XVM is toxic, but people are toxic. Yeah, everything else, it's a metric. People can use the metric for good or evil. You can either use it to make educated decisions and help you get better at the game, or you can use it to really pettily snipe at other people. It's your choice.
Yeah.
We hope you choose to be.
Why is there a WZ over there? That was just like.
I don't know, but I'm gonna get shot a lot right about now.
Why no video for Tragic? Because it gives you guys a reason to use your channel points. No. I mean, I guess I shouldn't start putting video on more often then.
A couple people had posted that I guess we're coming to Portland to visit. I hope so. One day.
Oh,
It's been a while.
I actually don't think I've ever been to Portland.
Great city to
I think
visit.
I think I've driven through it. I don't think I've actually been to it though. What is that game sound? That sounds great. ST2. Oh. Interesting.
I don't appear to be able to pen shots today, and I'm like hitting lower
No?
plates. Doesn't matter.
Oh well. Come to Cosoda, Minnesota and play with tanks.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to go back. Where's this guy at?
I got murked. Wow. That's sure took a long time. Alright. Were you at the last Cosoda event there, Slow? I was there.
He was.
We might not have met.
I believe he was. Yeah.
Cabbage, I will allow you to buy a... yeah, I got you. M8 Greyhound says slag also rises to the top. Cody says, when will tier 8 tanks on the tech tree be discounted? Didn't pass not one of the on-track mission. Give me some help, Cody. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Aw, come on.
Just not in July,
WZ
yeah.
needs to buy.
The crazy thing so slow is that the weather on setup day, the day before the event, was actually really nice. And it would have been amazing if we had the event on that day. And of course, it was 25, 30 degrees hotter on the day we actually had the event. David says, hi, so where can you get the free codes at? There will be a small code later in the stream. It usually goes up around 5:15-ish Central Time. I don't remember. Did you say what time Weekly Watchers go live today?
5:05.
5:05 today, David. The Weekly Watcher code will pop up. Lucky Wondering says there are no discounts for the on-track past tier 8. I'm not sure if that was the question, but if it is, that's a good answer. So Slow says got pics with Meathead, Trobs, Junkers, all kinds of people. Yeah, that's awesome. I remember Trobs and Junkers were streaming from their cell phones. That was cool. We got FF.
We're
FF
not doing good over here.
No, we weren't doing good anywhere when I died. Oh, we're down 09. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Cabback, can you please message me on Discord after stream? We need to fix your audio filters, bro. You are clipping quite a lot. Yeah, I've heard that recently, and I'm not sure what's popping up or if it's an issue on Discord's end or what. Am I cutting out before and after?
Vaguely, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, let me know if my audio is messed up, chat. We're working out an ongoing issue with that. I don't know if it's filter related.
This is bad. I don't think it's filter related.
Clipping is my audio being too loud. Side. I thought that was peaking.
Yeah, peaking is when your audio is too loud, guys. Clipping.
In any case,
choppy.
In any case, talk to Tragic.
Yeah.
TJ says I hear you fine. All right, we'll figure it out.
I did one of the only 2 kills we got. Oof. That was a...
I mean, 13 Disciple has pretty, and he should, and this isn't a negative thing, I'm not saying this is a negative, he has pretty high standards.
Could be a bit loud. I could turn that down a little bit.
Cranky Monkey said, Cadmac, did you enjoy the last video Jeremy sent? Yes, I did. I just caught it. I think we're going to be featuring it on one of our social media channels this week. But Ontario Regiment Museum released a video called Crushing COVID, and it's excellent. We'll post that for you here momentarily.
Ryu, I'm sending you an invite now. And if anyone else would like to join our platoon queue, all you have to do is hop over to Twitch, and it should you should be able to join with ! Join, and then put a space, and then put your username.
Check out that Facebook video when you get a chance, folks. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Hey Ishva, how's it going?
Even at home, Tragic is running the show. Yeah, generally. I mean, it's my job.
All right, we got Ryu. Ryu's rocking the M48 patent. I love all the American mediums I'm seeing today, chat. Good news, good news. Gonna bust out my still new to me Sheridan. I've been having fun playing this lately.
Alrighty, we're hopping into tier 10. cabins might be a hair louder. No worries, guys. I'll try to keep an eye on that.
Okay. Cody says, what I'm asking is that you guys had a tier 8 tank discount on Tech Tree and pass every nation. It's not one of the on-track missions.
What?
I think we did have a tier 8 general Tech Tree sale a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Sheridan Gang. Yeah, I love this thing, man. Even though it's got the big blocky rear end. I wish it had the more modern rear end like the one at the American Heritage Museum has. To reference our Thursday stream topic.
Oh man, Matchmaker must not be happy with us. 2 mediums and a light tank.
Ammo Dude says, you like the Sheridan? I've never heard of anyone liked it. I define like, I mean, I don't think it's particularly strong, but I enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
The mobility and the gun are pretty fun, even though it's not. If I'm honest, I'd probably be better off in a different tank. Wax says, baby Sheridan's got back. It's a box. It's just a big metal box.
When is the next 50% off on consumables? I think we had one like a couple weeks ago over the weekend. I think you missed out on it. It was definitely during Road to Berlin, I believe. There was a consumable and equipment sale. So you should definitely make sure you keep an eye out on the homepage.
I saw some
25% off.
I saw some complaining, chat. Not you guys. I'm sure you guys would never complain. But there was some complaining about how EU had a bunch of stuff for Victory in Europe Day, which recently passed. And we did not. And I want you to know that I hear you. I'm definitely aware of the US's participation in the war in Europe.
Oh, there we go.
There is another holiday this month that might be a little more US centric that you might want to wait for before comparing notes. It's going to be Memorial Day, and it's in about 2 weeks, so bear with us.
When will you guys have Tier 8 tank Tech Tree on sale?
Catch you later, Todd?
I don't know.
I guess Todd had a conflict and is leaving. Our apologies.
Hey, what's up, 13? Have you been here? I think you've been here. Oh.
He has. He was the one who's telling me my audio was borked.
Don't text and type, or type and tank. Whoa.
Definitely don't.
Speedy. I probably should have gone the other way, huh? That would have made sense.
I'll see if I can avoid dying in the first 2 minutes. That's my goal.
I don't know if I will be able to. Oop. Hello. Ouch. No. Ouch. Ouch. TVP hurts. Guys. Oh, he hit me with every single one of his shells. That sucks. I'm gonna sit back a little.
AMX in the middle.
Ooh, oh no, that's really not good. Alright, well, I'm gonna peek over. Where are you going? Oh, there he's. Oh! No more AMX in the middle.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there now.
Yeah, you really should.
We got one of their scouts killed. I'm calling that a win.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Grant says, 2 questions. Why is the in-game Sheridan's back so chunky, and why did Crazy Boobs from the Forge get postponed? All right, 2 questions, 2 answers. The first question regarding the Sheridan, the version of the Sheridan in-game is an early prototype model that did have this big chunky boxy back end. The slimmed down version that went, I believe, to Korea and other battlefields is a bit later than this one. This, I believe, is a prototype. So it could make an appearance in the future. That's why this one's boxy. At least that's my understanding of it. And why did Crazy Boobs from the Forge get postponed? We're reworking a few things with it, and we found that we'd kind of exhausted the pool of people that were participating. Although last month we did have an amazing submission from GPC for a nice cardboard tank he made for his dog.
Ooh.
We will be bringing back From the Forge, but we're going to revamp it a little bit and kind of try and relaunch it in a way that gets more people excited about it.
Oh no.
For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, From the Forge is our monthly, basically an art contest. We ask you guys to submit to us anything creative you do that involves tanks, be it a video, a painting, a drawing, a model, a cardboard tank you made for your dog, literally anything tank related. And then we post a whole thread gallery with them, and then we vote on the best ones and give the winners prizes.
Oop. Ouch,
so
ouch, ouch. EBR.
That fundamentally won't change.
EBR hurts. EBR hurts.
I found a leopard.
I found the EBR with my face earlier. Nope.
Oh, leopards are so accurate.
They really are. Oop, come on. I think I have a delivery of furniture.
What? Arriving right now?
Yes. I may have to drop out for a moment.
Okay. Good luck with your furniture delivery.
Yeah.
TJ on Facebook asks, can we bring back Dragon Ridge?
Be right back, guys.
The devs are definitely aware of the desire to bring back Dragon Ridge, but basically every time that it's been brought up, they've been kind of against it. So I think they would rather like remake a different map than do Dragon Ridge. There's not a lot of love for Dragon Ridge on the dev side. I think because the view was that it was fundamentally unbalanced. John on YouTube says, will we ever get the Japanese TDs on Watt PC? So I don't want to say never, but not in the near future. It's looking like they're not going to be one of the tank lines we see this year. We will have information on new tank lines. We will have at least one major new tank line coming up, and we'll have more news for that as we get closer to the release. Usually when we announce big content like that properly, we'll do like a Dev Diaries video, and I will do that for the next line that's coming. But it's not going to be one of the ones we thought it was.
I think I was hearing things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
A couple months ago, we were talking about Italian heavies and Japanese TDs, and that was what the devs are talking about. And now we've kind of shifted. Neither of those two is going to be coming up that soon. Son of Anarchy says, can you confirm or deny that people are being banned from the game for physics abuse violations by drowning themselves in Arty or a tank, or is that even violation? Last I am aware, that is a bannable offense under unsportsmanlike conduct / physics abuse. So I tentative confirm, but we have been adjusting our rules violation policies a bit recently. I'm not sure if any of that has gone into effect yet, or if that specific thing will change.
All right.
I'm interested because I can't tell from your post if you're pro artillery drowning or anti artillery drowning.
I don't know.
They think it is too bog. Yeah, I mean we also have some other maps. Berlin's coming out to random battles in 1.9.1, which will probably be next month. And we have Pearl River is still coming.
Easy fix, make it so units can't drown. That would create. Honestly, that would make things less fun, because you can push people into water and make them drown, but that would make it so you can't drown another player.
Pierre says Arty ruins the game. Yeah, it can. It can ruin your game.
We almost never see close games anymore. I often see close games.
Oh, I was too high on that shot.
Let's see what Cabbage is doing. Are we going to get Japanese TDs? Yes, at some point. We also have discussed,
I already answered that one.
Oh, okay. You can... Well, John Style asked about it. And I don't
Yeah,
know if
I just
okay.
answered it.
Alrighty.
Fortunately...
Back to garage. Oh yeah, or self-destruction of your vehicle does not just mean artillery, it means all vehicles. So if you destroy your tank at the end of a match, you are basically liable to be sanctioned for physics abuse.
Cody's asking if there'll be any sales coming up in June, or at least any tech tree sales. Honestly, not sure, Cody. We don't have our schedule locked in for June yet.
All right, so
still being prepared.
I'm gonna invite Deadman Jesse because Mike Ruth, you've been in our platoon a couple times, so doing Deadman Jesse first.
Brian on Facebook says, any progress in helping balance the wheeled vehicle's auto aim feature? They are far too accurate for their speed. Okay, so that's an interesting rabbit hole to go down, because like accuracy is a factor of bloom and aim time, and looks like Deadman Jesse just joined a match.
Okay, all right, we'll get in Mike Ruth then.
So the auto aim plus for the wheeled vehicles is intentional. It's designed to make them a little more user friendly, because they tend to be less user friendly, even though obviously in the hands of a really good player they're really good. I do think some stuff is going to change regarding the auto aim plus. There's some stuff in the works, but I can't talk about it yet. Yeah. But you can review the last dev Q&A that we just did a couple weeks ago. The devs are aware of issues being created by wheeled tanks, and they are working on a couple different ways of addressing them.
Yeah. Pierre Alexandre Mueller asks, and when a player drowns themselves, why can't we shoot them for HP that they robbed from us? Honestly, there's not really an answer that I can think of for that. Like, although personally, I don't think it would be fair to have the enemy team be able to like take HP from a technically dead tank. I think that would create interesting problems.
Okay, Warchild says, who's your favorite Texas streamer from Houston with War in his name? It's obviously Warchild. Gotta be Warchild. That guy's pretty cool.
Paul Devlin wants to know, what about the increasing number of ghost shells and tanks ghosting on screen? It's getting worse than being reported. All we get is generic answers saying it's our settings, but it's not. It's because of the graphics on the rocks being changed.
Okay.
Do you want to go for it?
Yeah, just because this is layered. So there are some issues with invisible walls with the graphics on the rock. What you refer to as the graphics on the rocks being changed. It came out with 1.0, and there's basically an issue with the Havoc physics engine and the walls on the map. Right, that's part of the reason we have issues with slippery rocks, and it's also part of the reason there's a couple invisible walls that are still being worked on. Those are being worked on as we find them. If you do find a spot on the map where an invisible wall or clipping exists and is blocking shells, please submit a ticket with it. That is something that we're still tracking down, all of those little spots where there's issues with. Generally, a ghost shell is not a result of settings, so I'm not sure who's telling you that. That is incorrect. I'll have to check out the customer support policies on that. Usually, ghost shells are a result of packet loss. Yeah. So basically, everyone's tank position is recorded on the server, and then your client communicates with the server to find out where your tank is and where everyone else's tanks are. Usually when there's a ghost shell, it's because your client loses a packet of information, which, a lot of thousands and thousands of packets are going back and forth every second. So you can lose one without having a ton of obvious symptoms of losing packets. But usually what happens is you have a positional packet that is delayed. So you see a tank where the server isn't registering a tank. So on your screen, the shot goes through the tank. On the master server's plotting of where everything is, that tank wasn't there. It doesn't mean it's not a problem, but it is usually network and not graphic related.
Whoa. Hi, baby. Sorry if you can hear my cat.
I definitely did.
You
It's only on
or
this game, so the server is fault. Yeah, Paul. I mean, it could definitely be an issue between your server or between your computer and our server that has nothing to do with either server. There's a lot of nodes that connect between areas in the network, and we've had some issues with one of the ones on the way into Chicago recently. Cryptic says what you see is never what the server sees. Yeah, I mean that's just technically true. Your node connection is fast enough for you to be one-to-one with the server.
Yeah. Unless you are the server. Gasp. Crazy.
And there's that's also one of the reasons you can have a server reticle on. Wow, come on.
This is not good. Yep, I'm dead. Ouch. That sucks. Wheeled vehicles never miss. That is not true. I aim for the tank and miss. I roll on the floor laughing when people say aim. If I do, I hit tank. I celebrate.
There's definitely a certain amount of luck involved into hitting a wheeled vehicle at full lope.
Yeah. Demano says, was watching one of your CCs and he said to save yourself credits, drown yourself at the end of the battle if your team is going to loot. I said that is bannable. He said he's asked people who work for Wargaming. Can you let us know who it is? Because, that is definitely not something that we've said.
Yeah, Paul, I believe you. It's not on your end. Like I said, there's a series of connections between your house and our server. Could be any one of those.
Yeah, imagine it like a train station. You could have a really fast train, but you have to make stops, and if those stops are very slow, then you're not gonna be able to get there on time. So.
You're dead too. Oh, we're all dead. Great.
PM. Technically, I mean,
you sure it was a CCD mono?
Yeah.
Let us
also,
know who it was.
yeah. Also, technically, 13 Disciple. If you drown, you only pay your repair costs, but you wouldn't technically be paying additional costs for ammo and other stuff. But, anyways, I divulge.
We did. Speaking of shilling, I think we forgot to mention Battle Pass.
Ooh, Battle Pass. Do you want to work on Battle Pass?
Yeah, hold on, let me pull it up.
No worries. Less. Sarcasm not detected.
It is hard to see.
Just reminded we need World
text.
of War trains because why not? Well, World of War trains.
There is a train battle game out there that exists. It's not a simulator.
Oh.
The trains fly around and it's like a snake kind of thing.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
so beginning yesterday, you can purchase any number of the main progression stages of the Battle Pass event. After that, you'll receive all the base and improved rewards for those stages, and the stage will be considered complete. The cost of one stage is 250 gold. So, if you have more money than time, which may be the case for some of you, and you want to get all those Battle Pass rewards, that is an option available to you. If you don't want to do that, of course, you can grind through the stages.
Why won't World of Tanks allow people with connection issues to transfer a server? So we did at one point offer server transfers. However, the overtaking was, or the process to do so was insane and did not allow for efficiency. And the devs have definitely been aware of people's issues with being on either a wrong server or being on a server that's far from where they are located due to whatever reasons.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, they were at some point working on a solution for that. We may or may not see server transfers in the future.
Jesse says he's available.
Okay, awesome. We'll get you after this match.
Yeah, I do hear you on the server transfers, guys. I totally understand the frustration with that. That's something that we are definitely behind the curve on. And again, I hate to give the same answer, but unfortunately the situation hasn't changed. It's not that we don't want to do something about that. It's just that we have issues that we feel are more important for ahead of it in the roadmap. Be that wheeled vehicle balance, the premium ammo changes, general game balance, new content, that kind of stuff.
Well, 13 Disciple, I'm pretty sure you don't pay for things that you don't use, as far as I know. Do you pay for all of your ammo and all of your consumables when you drive?
I'm not arguing with 13 Disciple regarding anything involving game mechanics. That's what I'm telling you.
Because I feel like when you get ammo racked, that's when you pay for all of your ammo, right? No? Flexes. What are you flexing? Is that a link? No, that's not a link.
Napalm says, "Hey Cabbage, tell Warchild they said hi. He platooned up with me in Frontline a few weeks ago." Oh, cool. Warchild, if you're on Twitch, Captain Napalm over on YouTube says hello, and that he enjoyed playing with you.
All right, we're gonna go back to Garage because we're just watching this go down poorly.
Yeah, World of War Trains was a April Fool's prank.
Okay. Do you? I don't know.
I did see somebody say, I think it was Lucky Wondering, says, all done with Battle Pass, just getting bonds now. Yeah, that's one of the cool parts about Battle Pass is when you get into those last stages, you can rack up a bunch of bonds. Bonds are pretty valuable now because you can use them for the improved equipment, or you can use them for the tanks in the bond shop, or you can, save them for new tanks to run in the bond shop.
Okay, so FF8 says you only pay for what you use, but if you drown, you pay the full repair cost and your crew gets less XP. So no real reason to drown yourself. That said, I think everyone can get behind already drowning itself. Anyways. But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, so ammo racking, you have to pay your full ammo cost because you've lost all of your ammo. Okay, you PM'd me, Demano.
Alexander says, yeah, there is stuff that's important, but still there's not a lot of people that need to be transferred. I don't think that people should abuse it, but there are soldiers with legitimate problems that suffer. I don't disagree, Alexander. I hope that's something that we can improve.
I don't think this person is a CC, Demano. I don't believe that person is a CC, so don't listen to what they say.
Paul says, which isn't to say that, all CCs are perfect geniuses and everyone who's not a CC
tier 8
doesn't know what they're talking about. But in this specific case, that does appear to be the case. So Paul said the game is improving and has come a long way. I'm not just here to complain. Totally get that sometimes there are glitches. Keep the great work going. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, hey, we appreciate that. And I understand the frustration that network issues bring. If you do have continuous issues, you can file a ticket with our technical support team. They might not be able to help you on a personal level, but they can use your ping plotter report to identify if there's a node going into the server that is having regular issues. Monty says he's off the phone, and it's a lot more comfortable. That's good.
He gave out... Okay, hold on. Let me finish answering someone's question. Rudy Duty wants to know if the tanks in the bond shop are going to be changing. So there is something on the calendar. I can't give you a date, but it is being looked at and worked on, and people are wanting to change those. Demano, I still don't like... Demano, go look at the scavenger hunt list. Hold on, let me actually pull it up.
Definitely check out 13 Disciples content, guys. Really good, really thoughtful stuff. He was amazing at the dev Q&A, if you haven't watched it. Until you get back, trying to keep going. Rich says, my issue with your balancing is that we pay good money for stuff and you steal it away like you did with my used to be fast T50 a long time ago. To me, that's theft along with whatever attributes taken away. I want you to know, Rich, that I sympathize with your position, and I understand that that's a really frustrating thing to have happen.
That person is not a CC, by the way.
And generally, we are very anti-changing things that people have paid for. In fact, you'll find a lot of people that will say that we can't balance things that people have paid for, which isn't entirely true. Unfortunately, the game does have to evolve, and balance changes are made, and stuff does change over time. I hope, and when everything is said and done, that you find that the change you don't like was ultimately for the
Uh-oh.
betterment of the game.
Deadman Jesse's about to get wrecked. Also, Demano, that person's not a CC. If you believed they were a CC, I apologize. And I hope that they're not misleading you in any way. But even if they were quote-unquote giving out a scavenger hunt code, you can tell who is and who is not a CC specifically by looking at the scavenger hunt forum posts that I just posted, and you will see who is a CC. So I apologize. If you can find or if you can clip evidence of this person lying about their status, please let us know so we can talk with them and say, hey, like, that's not cool, you're not a CC. So please do let us know.
Pixie Flies says proposed crew changes aren't better for the game. They are changes for the sake of making changes. Well, without going into specifics on what the devs talked about with the crew changes, because I do think those are really early concepts. But it could be that they don't change a lot before we see a sandbox test. I kind of disagree with it making changes just to make changes. Just because it's probably hard for most of us to go back to a time when we didn't understand the World of Tanks crew system. Most of you have probably been around for a couple of years, not a lot of years, and the crew stuff is second nature to you. It is extremely unintuitive.
Yeah.
And extremely difficult to learn the intricacies of. So it's possible that at this point in the game's lifespan, new players should just kind of think that they're going to have to learn. But from the perspective of somebody like in the industry, it needs a lot of improvement, and at least in terms of the user experience, user interface part, if not the actual system itself. So anyway, that's my take on that take. Starting over and making nobody understand the crew skilling on top of adding complexity by making up to 25 skills in the mix is better. Not arguably, the current system of training like concealment and then resetting the crew member when they get to 100 to a full skill, so you can go back to a skill that doesn't work at below 100, or that does work at below 100 with your new skill is not. I think it's more complicated than anything you described. Especially because none of that displays to the player. That just has to be something you know.
Yeah. You definitely have to learn that.
Cryptic says, "I just want 6th Sense for all." I support that as well. I think 6th Sense is.
We'll throw a trivia question up
deal.
in just a minute. I can't do that while I'm playing, guys. I'm sorry.
I think 6th Sense. Everyone should have 6th Sense just because I think it helps a lot with learning the maps. Just to be clear, like it may be that this specific crew system that was mentioned in the stream is not great, but I disagree with the notion that this current system can't be improved on. I really think it does need to be improved on.
Oh yeah.
Just my personal take as someone who wants as many people to enjoy tanks as possible. JD says it absolutely helps you to know you've been spotted 2 seconds after you get shot in the face. Sometimes you get spotted before shot. Pixie Fly says, I'll agree to disagree and likely will be one of the many that won't play it if it moves in. I have a large garage and frankly don't trust that the conversion will be fair and equitable. I'm also not interested in learning new metas and then having to apply them across hundreds of tanks. Yeah, I mean, I understand a lot of your frustrations there, Pig. I think those are valid. I will say that Maxime went out of his way on the dev stream to mention that they were very, very sensitive to the fact that people invested a lot of time and effort into their current crews, and that they would make sure that they were compensated accordingly. So just that is, so it's something they're absolutely considering.
Yeah. I mean, it is quite a personal opinion when it comes to whether or not changing the crew system is okay in your eyes. And, like, for me, it's just, like, I would prefer that new players have an easier time getting into World of Tanks than have them have that difficulty of, learning how the crew system works and it being a ridiculous, feat, basically.
Hoboding says, Poutine, is there a place to post bugs we encounter? I like how he's using Poutine as a
yeah.
pay attention
Still
to this
going
post.
with that.
It works.
It does.
Yeah, there's a section on the forums to post bugs, and you're also welcome to post them in the feedback section.
Voss.
And if they're a big thing, you can post them here. Alexander says server transfers won't be a thing. I've been having ping issues since 2014. In 2011, the ping was decent and it started increasing for some reason. Alexander, just out of curiosity, where are you? First response. Second response, I don't know that server transfers won't be a thing. They just aren't going to be a thing in the immediate future.
Yeah.
Okay. Ort says, with the crew system, I think it can be improved on and adjustments made, but I don't think it needs to be completely reworked design. That's a reasonable take. And yeah, like I said, I'm not saying Pig She Flies is wrong, and I totally understand the things he's worried about. I am worried about them too, as someone similarly invested. I just I try to always look at the game through the lens of a new player, because as many of you are aware, the lifeblood of a game like ours is new players coming in and some of them sticking. We want as many of them to stick as possible. It's something we think about a lot. And I think the crew system is one of the things that is like so far beyond surface level knowledge that it's really hard for new players and kind of intimidating. And some people really like that kind of thing. Some people like that there's stuff about a game that, might take them 6 months to learn everything about a game. Some people played this game for 5 years and still don't know the first thing about it, which always amazes me. But I think if we want to attract a larger percentage of people, stuff like the current crew system has to be addressed.
Yeah, Rudy Duty says, one thing that gets me is crew config changing every other tier and branches. So that is something that was attempted to be addressed as we introduce new lines. So a lot of the new lines that we have the same number of crew and same crew configuration through the line. I know there was one that changed really weirdly at like tier 8, but a lot of those issues have been brought up and are being implemented as we make changes in the future. Will hopefully be addressed retroactively for a lot of the other tiers. So
Wildebeest, which I like in the name, by the way, Wildebeest. He's going for a Wildebeest thing. The problem is that the crew and equipment system isn't really a system because there's really very little choice. Apologies for the bird. The bird is shouting at something in the backyard. Actually, we had a hawk at one of our chickens yesterday, so
wow.
It might be the bird might be going at the hawk. But just to comment on Wildebeest's comment, which I've now forgotten because the bird distracted me. So there's a total lack of there's a total lack of adjustment in the current meta. Because the meta is so well established, which is one of the Pig She Fly's points, is he didn't want to learn a new meta. But the really the meta is incredibly stagnant at the moment. The best crew skills and the best equipment is pretty much a sorted thing, with a couple rare exceptions.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's so little use of some of the skills and some of the equipment is kind of it's bad from a design perspective. You want people to use as many of the different options in your game as possible.
Yeah, like what does Spall Liner even do for anybody?
Oh boy.
Really.
Oh boy. Cut to arguments between 84 Big Brother and Q.
Oh no.
About Spall Liner versus GLD on specific tanks.
Really?
So I did you see somebody, Alex got back and mentioned that he was from Israel, but I lost the rest of the post. Do you have it?
They're from Israel, and they let's see, let me scroll back up. Have the best connection they can get here. The only answer I got from support was open a new account on the server you want to play on.
That is the most immediate solution, unfortunately. I do hope that we're able to offer either roaming or proper transfers in the near future, but it's just not something that's on the menu right now.
Someone's pinging you like crazy.
Yeah, I'm probably in the wrong spot. I'm a really bad scout.
You are. No offense.
Offense taken.
Good. Should we just push over on the Super Conqueror? I don't know where any of the... No, I don't trust it. There must be a TD somewhere back there. Okay, well... Oh, there's the TDs. They're not even really looking this way. Interesting. In before I get FV'd. Whoa! Patent!
I just had a shot on the FE go right into the ground.
Oofy.
I took offense. I see what you guys are doing. I'm gonna have to take some sort of offense to figure out what to do about this hawking my chickens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, you got a couple friends there.
Hopefully this T123 will give them a proper hello.
That's not where he was. What's the code for this week? Dropping now. That's what it is.
Get an owl, someone said. We actually have a barn owl that hangs out on our chimney sometimes.
Oh yeah.
One night I literally heard it hooting down the... I thought somebody was playing or like watching a movie with an owl in it because it was standing on the chimney and hooting, and I could hear it like really loudly down the chimney.
Oh goodness.
I was like, who's watching owl YouTube videos for hours on end?
Well, I don't know. Ouch! Okay, anyways. Let's see. You ran spall liners on the Type 5 meta on Type 5 since everyone would shoot under their opposites for the consistent 600
he's gonna get me. Yep.
Slash damage. Oh, okay.
It's close. Close little duel there at the end. Hooting with his blowfish.
Good. Goodness gracious.
Edub says, I had chickens, but they were taken out by raccoons. Yeah, that was my experience in the Bay Area too, Eric. We had, in the Bay Area, we had to put bricks on the lid to, like the nesting area of our coop. We had to like weight it down with cinder blocks to stop the raccoons from getting in.
Yeah. Andy says, asks, what are the codes for again? So the codes are our weekly Watcher missions. It's basically a loyalty code. If you come back every single week throughout the month, you get another code, and if you play the mission, you get basically a streak, and if you upkeep your streak throughout the month, you get bonuses at the end of the month. So.
Yeah, it can be unfortunate. Also, raccoons are really unpleasant predators.
Get a coyote to save the owl from the raccoons. This is gonna become... What is that one book where there's a lady who eats a fly, and then she eats a spider that eats the fly, and then she gets
I don't know why
a lizard that eats the spider that eats the fly, and then she gets like a cat that eats the lizard that eats the spider that eats the fly, and then it just keeps going until you get to like a horse or something.
Voss says, fun fact, I only took RD damage this game. That is brutal.
Wow.
Sorry, Voss.
That's a song. Is it a song? I thought it was a
yeah,
book.
It's the same vein as there's a hole in the bottom of the sea, right? There's a hole in the bottom of the... Anyway, I don't want to do that.
Lady eats fly.
Just get your chickens at Costco.
Book. Okay. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly.
Perhaps she'll die.
Perhaps she'll die. Should I?
Burrell says
okay.
it's called the
Hey,
little
guys, I found the whole thing. Do you want me to read it?
Nope.
Yup. I will let chat choose. Do you want me to read the lady that ate the fly?
Oh, thanks for the game, bots.
I want to read it. No, yes. Fly, no. Yes, of course, yes. Okay, we're reading it. Okay. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider that wriggled and jiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a bird. How absurd to swallow a bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider.
Whoa.
She swallowed the spider to catch the
same
fly.
lady.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly.
It's a different
Perhaps she'll
lady.
die. There was an old lady who swallowed a cat. Imagine that. She swallowed a cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady
I
that
think the
swallowed
lady
a
is an
dog.
allegory for time.
She was a hog to swallow a dog. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. There
I kinda
was an
hope she
old
will at this
lady
point.
who swallowed a goat.
Sounds like
She
she's being
opened her
really
throat and
unpleasant to
swallowed a
animals.
goat. She swallowed the goat to catch the dog. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die.
She swallowed a goat. Sounds more like an anaconda, not an old
There
lady.
was an old lady who swallowed a cow. I don't know how she swallowed a cow. She swallowed the cow to catch the goat. She swallowed the goat to catch the dog. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. She swallowed the spiders to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who
No,
swallowed
come
a
on. She has to
horse.
be dead. at this
She's
point.
dead, of course. Oh, wow.
That's very rude.
Yeah, truly. Anyways, let's go back to Garage.
Please.
Enough. Well, it's done, so.
All right. That's gonna be our next charity stream thing. We're gonna have Tragic recite nursery rhymes until you guys donate enough to the cause we're promoting.
You guys have to donate enough for us to stop, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
The only
up
problem
next
is they
we
can
have
close the
Dandy.
stream at any time. We don't have a
Actually-
captive audience. Ideally, we get you all in a room and then subject you to Tragic singing nursery rhymes until you paid us to stop.
Oh yes. Let me get you guys a
More
trivia
Just-
question.
just cruel business practices from Wargaming.
Business practices. Yeah. Well,
Voss says, "What if we like the nursery rhymes?" Hey, man.
well, then you can pay
Whatever
to keep
floats your
them
boat.
going. That would be a great thing to do. Oh my god,
got
guys.
PvP
Hold
donating.
on. Yeah. So basically, you can either pay to have us stop or pay to have it keep going.
All right, we got a Duvok 2.
Yeah. This is Sir
Two.
Turd the Third, who is
Is it
in,
Sir Turd the Third?
Yeah.
Tragic
Oh, no!
was telling me about
I
your name.
think.
Yeah, game just finished. Okay, so
Oh,
we got
there we go.
Duvok 2. We're going to be playing Tier 10. Duvok's
Yeah.
busting out the FE 4005. He wants to murk some people.
I'm gonna help Merc, but
I got to get the win in the Sheridan at some point.
All right. That turned dark real quick. Alrighty, hopping in tier 10, guys.
There was a KV2 that ate a Stuck. 13 Disciple says, what are the devs going to add to Physics? Man, I don't know. You're going to have to ask Andre yourself at this
Yeah, I
point.
was just like, didn't you ask already?
He did actually ask. It was a great moment.
It was.
I have to actually review the video. I think you actually got a pretty good answer on 3D objects moving.
Yeah. I just played my Object 705A. I blocked 2 shots from the FV, and the only damage I took was from ramming a Super Conqueror. Nice. That is hilarious.
And then he said, "Why is that possible?" Well,
Oh.
it sounds like you were kind of a G that game fully. Like, it sounds like you just killed it.
Sounds like you did really well.
I mean, the 705 is a pretty 5A is a pretty tough nut to crack. If he did no damage to you, or maybe he was shooting AP at you, which would be a
What?
weird choice.
But
maybe that's what he did.
No,
Uh,
Dead Man Jesse's on the other team.
Alan says you've never been smacked in the head by a waving antenna, obviously.
Oof. Okay, I have a really dark piece of knowledge that I know about
Dark knowledge.
riding motorcycles in, I think it's Brazil.
Meat from the underside of the turkey, if you know what I mean.
What? Okay, anyways. So in Brazil, there are motorcyclists in certain parts of
Yes,
Brazil.
yes.
I think it's Brazil. Don't quote me on that.
I'm
Where
quoting
they
you.
have
I'm clipping
to they have to attach antennas to the front of their motorcycle. This is because there are people who fight with kites, and these kites have razor wire on them. So they fight with their kites and basically try to cut each other's little strings, so that way you lose your kite. But because they do it in certain areas, people have to be careful, because if you're riding a motorcycle and you get caught by this wire, you might be losing your head, basically.
That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. That's my little piece of dark knowledge.
I know I don't know somebody. I know of someone who passed away in a similar incident involving wire. Anyway, on to better news. Sunny says, "Hello, Cabmech and Tragic. Watching here from Iowa. How's it going, Sunny? Hope you're."
What's up?
Well, I just got one-shotted by an FV while we were discussing the relative value. That was a 1,600 damage shot from the FV 4005 of Slag Steel, Hesh right into the side of my Sheridan. He was unspotted and is still unspotted. Well, that's all I got to say about that. Just lost 1,600 hit points to one shot. It was brutal. I was moving. Well done.
Oof.
Well done.
Sounds painful.
Congratulations to Slag Steel for absolutely ruining my game. Nitzer says balanced. I mean, having driven the FE 4005, I'm not calling it unbalanced. If you deal with all the negatives of those tanks, the guns are cool, but, you know, it's not like you're rolling around easily blapping people. Okay, so Fully said he shot Hesh and my tracks took it. Wow. And then the second round was AP to my hull. Must have just got the right angle on the bounce. Nitzer says I have both the 183 and the barn. And you think they're OP, Nitzer? Or you just think the gun is just too strong? RNG says, why aren't special customizable elements able to be sold for credits?
Oh, hello. Wow.
Don't have a good answer for that one, honestly. It's not part of the design of the cosmetics stuff. Because, I mean, one of the reasons I guess I'd say is there's no limit to the maximum amount of cosmetic items, so there's no whole lot of reason to give people a mechanic to sell it. Nitzer says no, the gun is trolly. Yeah, I mean, when it obviously you can have like some monster games, but I don't feel too bad when I get one-shotted by a Death Star FE because I've driven the FE for the other 9 games where you didn't get the one shot.
Wait, why are you thanking me? I don't run Showdown Saturday. That would be Apollo, Artemis, and what? I'm getting a phone call.
Chauncey and Apollo are social media.
Okay, I think I have a delivery now.
Run Showdown Saturday. Talk to Me Goose says, I love my 183. It's so much fun to put all bond equipment on and food. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it is. Fully says, it just surprised me that I took 2 hits with no damage. I got you. I'm sure that the FV was even more surprised than you were. Ishva says, today QB spend like 40k credits just shooting at one guy and only hit him once. RNG does be like that sometimes. Especially if you're shooting at distance on a gun with a lot of bloom. I can have cabbage trim beard at AK. Yeah, I think that one already got selected. I need to shave my head and shave my quarantine beard down to size. Nitzer says the reverse speed on the FE 4005 has gotten me killed more than once. Yeah, I believe it. You know, weirdly, I did that line, and the most success I had in that line was so far is with the Challenger, the Tier 7. I have amazing stats in the Tier 7. Couldn't tell you why. Just for whatever reason, I just actually play carefully in it, and it works. Voss says, what sort of onesie would Cabbage be wearing? I have it's a red panda suit, basically. I'll be thoroughly embarrassed. Don't worry about it. I wore it for the Halloween stream last year, I think. Says, Cabbage, glad you're feeling better, man, being 6'6". Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I have a tough, shitty time to be sick, too. But, you know, could be worse. Could always be worse. Sorry, I just used my one cuss for the stream, I think. So apologies to Tragic for that, for doing it when she wasn't here. So now I can get away with 2 chat. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Hi. I didn't cuss at all while you were gone.
Oh, really?
Nope. Not at all.
Sure.
Not at all. Jolly says Cabbage will be bathing in Nair soon if people keep redeeming all these. Oh god. I hope not. That doesn't sound very pleasant at all.
Okay. So my delivery is delayed. I'm assuming it's because of the quick storm we had earlier. So
yeah, just a little tornado watch.
yeah,
nothing serious. Texas Rangers Watt says, I cut my own hair for the first time because of the quarantine. I bought some clippers and went for the buzz cut. Oh yeah, how'd it go? That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I think. I do have some clippers. I've never done it before. I considered buying a Flowbee, but I don't think I can get it here in time.
I don't think so. Not with the apparent shipping delays.
I'm really enjoying Bro Elf. That's a great nickname.
Bro Elf.
Yeah, I want to like Legolas, but he's like
a bro.
Yeah, but he's got like a polo on.
Oh no.
And
he has a polo and beige shorts. And his daddy is a lawyer, right?
Something like that.
Alrighty, up next we have Dead Man Jesse, who just killed us in the last stream. Or the last match.
Awesome Jocelyn says the buzz cut isn't hard at all. Yeah, I have a... It's gonna sound dumb. I have a ton of, what do you call them? Cowlicks, we call them anyway. Where like your hair grows in a spiral. So it's actually really hard for me to... I can't just take one size and cut my own hair and have it appear level. Even with a buzz cut.
Oh wow!
So it's gonna be bad.
All right, tier 7 is up next. Playing on odd tier.
Ooh, I'm gonna bust out the Jagdpanther.
Oh yeah.
Which is Junkers here use #1 hidden OP.
Hidden
tank.
OP.
If you check his stats in this, you're gonna be like, "What? How is that even possible?"
No, I feel like I personally would not be surprised. He is like one of the best like 1v1 people. Like best solo player, I believe.
I heard about that ammo, dude. What a time to be alive. Jolly says DIY Flowbee, take an angle grinder to a blender.
Huh.
How does the vacuum attach? I don't know if I want to play this game, Jolly Graham. This sounds like some scary engineering. Is that hair swirl called a cowlick? Is that not what I said?
You did say that.
I thought he might not have heard it.
Oh.
Yeah, we call it a cowlick.
Yeah, because it's like a cow licked your head in that spot. And
I
spit and sticky.
I usually do like if I go to get my hair cut, I get a mid-length crew cut because it helps with the cowlicks. Just takes a bit of leveling.
Daddy-O Tank Killer.
Oh, no worries, Alan. Hope it was a good one. He said he was in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
13 Disciple says, I'm very close to the equilibrium point of fear of cutting my own hair versus how much my hair is bothering me. I'm in the same spot.
Well, I've had friends who have shaved their eyebrows off. So, now is a good time.
Why?
Because they could. Yeah, now is a really
good
time to try new things.
Not a good reason to shave your eyebrows off at all.
Yeah, it is.
Nope.
No one's gonna see it. You can also, like, if you're good at
go
makeup,
to the store once a week.
You can put your eyebrows back on.
They're gonna think you're an escaped experiment.
Nah.
Like, this person just came out of a test tube, no eyebrows.
A test
Probably
tube?
No belly button.
Oh, no belly button.
Probably some sort of frog hybrid. They're gonna start ribbiting and breathing underwater.
Why's it gotta be frogs, man?
Well, first frogs don't have hair. At least as far as I'm aware. Some weird science nerd's gonna pop in chat and be like, actually, the Mongolian haired frog.
The Mongolian haired frog. In before there's actually a Mongolian haired frog. Yep.
And they're gonna link the Wikipedia article and be like, well, I'm just gonna call that the exception that proves the rule. Rigger says, I've been shaving my head for the better part of 15 years. A haircut isn't an issue of confinement for you. Yeah, that's good, man. I think that's... If that works for you, I think that's awesome, especially as a guy who tries to keep things pretty low maintenance. My experience has been that it doesn't work for me, but we're going to give it a good effort.
The old college try.
Yeah, I mean, I'm graduated from college and all, but I can still give an old college try, right?
Yep.
Oh, that was a wheezy shot for 600 damage. Ouch.
Wow.
I would really like this Pershing to push up and see if there's anybody else proxying the hill. Rigger says it's male pattern balding crown or shaved, so yeah, I hear you. I have my family doesn't really go bald, at least my dad hasn't yet. But what we do is our foreheads keep getting bigger, you know what I mean?
Feel like
Sorry if Nightbot is being a brutal totalitarian dictator, guys. It has that effect.
yeah. Last time I tried to cut my hair, my coworkers asked if anybody else was injured in the car wreck. Oof. Wow.
I cut my own hair when I was broken in college. I actually cut my own hair with. I had emergency shears as a part of my backpacking kit, and I cut my hair with emergency shears because I was too broke to go get a haircut.
Oh my god.
It didn't actually go that bad, but it was the middle of winter in Alaska, so I wasn't. I had a hat on most of the time.
Sorry, I just want to bring this up. There's someone on the other team who has the RNG badge, which means they have been in one of our RNG videos. That's
Nice.
insane. That's really
Congrats
cool.
to Ricky246.
Yeah, seriously. Congrats, dude.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Amazing. Oh no.
Yeah, that's right. Wheezy, how do you like it? That T-25 did not make the right decision. He backed up on top of the hill instead of getting down. And now he's exposing himself again. And this is the one situation where this tank can really take advantage. I got fast reload, 350 damage a shot. Just burning him down. I mean, Greyhound says it's not your dad you need to look at. Look at your mother's male relatives. I hope so. My mom's father had great hair into his 90s.
This Kanonin, like, hopped up. It was kind of cute. Oh, jeez. Snapshot didn't work.
R.I.P. Hey, RNG guy got me.
Yeah. He did. Oh no.
Down with Nightbot. Speaking of M8 Greyhounds, I know the American Heritage Museum has one of those.
Ooh.
Stop by Thursday at 6 p.m. Central for a hangout with some of the folks from the American Heritage Museum. I'm pretty sure that we'll have Chieftain hanging out as well. It'll be another good historical stream for you guys, for those of you who enjoyed the Ontario Regiment Museum stream. Fully Cooley says, any new premium tanks coming to WoT besides another USSR tank? Yeah, of course. There's always new premium tanks coming down the line.
Wow. The American Heritage Museum.
Hey. Oh, man, we have the best puns, chat. The best puns.
Do we?
The best puns.
What's code number 1? Code number 1 was given out last week. You should come by again next week for code number 3.
Asian Zildude says, I think he hates me. I don't hate you if you're talking about me. If you ask a question and we missed it, please read.
Or if you're talking about Nightbot, Nightbot hates everybody equally.
Yeah, Nightbot hates. Nightbot definitely hates.
Oof.
Thank you for the game, Deadman Jesse. We got a nice win with you for once, right? And you carried. Look at Deadman Jesse up there in first place. 3 kills, 2,500 damage in an LTG. Well done.
Good job.
Well done.
Alrighty. Up next, we have Mike Ruth again.
Would a cabbage mechanic self-haircut be a tragic loss?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think my hair is good enough that the loss of it would be a tragic loss, to be honest. Where's my jacket? It's code in here. Says
wow. Oof. Anyone reading any good books these days? No.
I recently read Can Openers by our very own Nicholas the Chieftain Morin. The basically he literally wrote the book on American Tank Destroyer development and iteration. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Is there a stream code? Yes, it is on the
Such
screen.
a good show. But seriously, it is. If you're into deep tank history, there's two kinds of people who are into history, right? And I say this as somebody with a history degree who's actually probably more the former. There's people who like history, and then there's people who want to read in-depth, minute analysis of why there are an exact amount of treads on a tank. If you're the latter, you're gonna love Can Openers. Which isn't to say I didn't, but Demono says, "Can you say when the Italian heavy line is coming out?" Well, I can say that the Italian heavy line is not as near as we once previously thought. The devs confirmed in the last Q&A that both the Italian heavies and the Japanese TDs are on a bit of a hold right now. They are technically still in development, but unlikely to be the next tank lines that we see. We got some Corsair Community League kicking off at 8:30 Eastern. Is that still accurate today?
Yeah, that's still accurate.
Make sure you check out Love Hitman and Haggler. They're going to be casting. Haggler is one of my personal favorite watch streamers.
So the next match is going to be Wednesday, May 13th, which is tomorrow, and then Friday, May 15th. And it continues on with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you guys want to watch those, do so. You can also watch the replays here on this channel. Oh no, we're on the wrong side.
Are you playing the Elite Lee?
Yes.
Amazing.
Well, I gotta do Mr. Meathead proud, you know?
Best tank destroyer in the game. One man game says game start at 9 Eastern.
Yeah, I believe everyone in Wargaming globally, if they can, are working from home.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think there's very minimal in-office working. So
we are on a global work from home. I got to be honest, guys, and this is related to an internal program that I, as an employee of Wargaming, I'm really just happy about and I think is really cool. Can't talk about it publicly. Wargaming as an employer is better than most American companies. Actually, better than all American companies I've worked for in terms of consideration for their workforce.
Yeah.
And doesn't make me proud to say that. I mean, I'm happy I work for such a company. I'm disappointed that American companies aren't on the same level.
Yeah.
That's just a straight up personal opinion of mine. You can take that at face value or hate me or whatever. It's just so you guys know if you're curious about our personal takes on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've been work from home for, I think, like, almost 8 weeks now.
Very early on in the situation.
Yeah.
I just heard someone talk to me in voice.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did not hear anybody.
I think it was Mike Ruth. Is that you, Mike?
Oh. I have voice turned off, so.
I thought I did, but apparently it's on. I'm screwed now. Can anybody help me shoot this T-10? I know, you were right. I thought we had more people able to cover me.
Uh-oh. I don't think
Yeah,
so. Were you on the hill?
Squad of tanks. No, I'm very much on our side of the map, near the flag. There's just five enemies there and no friendlies. Rigus' Cabbage is losing it, hearing voices. No, this is definitely a real person. I was very surprised though. Talk to Me Goose says, Cabbage, it's amazing to hear, actually makes me happy to support the company more. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. It's not the kind of thing that I would say for PR purposes. Warchild says, oh, he's still sick. No, there was like I said, I can't talk about it. It's internal. But there was a program we announced that is basically just a really cool thing to do that most gaming companies don't do. That is, in terms of giving employees, you know, some sense of security. That it's really cool to have. Most of my friends who work in the industry, of which I can tell you, if you work in the game industry for a year, you're probably going to have friends at every major company, just because it's a really small, incestuous industry. Don't we have stuff that they don't. Is what it is.
Oof.
I don't know what happened, but Cabbage's camera just kicked in the detail.
Wow.
Oh, cool! Now you can see my blackheads in HD.
Jeez. Ouch. Oof. That hurt. What country is this game based from? Our development studio is based in Belarus, Minsk.
You look sunburned. I've been getting a lot of sun lately, so I could be a little. It's not profit sharing. Llama must have quit using the interwebs. I don't think so. Llama's currently working on plans for June right now.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be doing anything bandwidth intensive. Sun in these times unacceptable. Well, I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate that I have a pretty big backyard. So I've been getting out in the backyard quite a lot.
All right, hopping out of battle.
I'm a little unfortunate in that I have a big backyard, in that it's big enough for a hawk to dive on one of my chickens and get them.
Been working from home since February with my company. It's 6 weeks, vacation plus 10% salary added to your 401, already match at 6%. That's cool. Good job.
You did, in fact, tell me to pull back, Ruthless. And unfortunately, I think by the time I heard you and registered it, I think it was already too late.
Yeah. All right. Talk to Me Goose is up next.
All right. I think Talk to Me Goose has been streaming too lately. I haven't got a chance to catch one yet.
I've caught his stream a few times when I was running Tank Talent Show.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are Wargaming as a whole is based in the island nation of Cyprus now. We have a massive skyscraper there.
Yeah.
That is the headquarters of all our corporate stuff. But Wargaming is definitely the definition of a global company. We have major offices on every continent except Antarctica. Actually, I guess South America too now. We don't have a major office there. We have MA77 and Felipe in their home offices. So aside from South America.
See, I still wish that they were in our office.
Actually, let's forget the continent comic. That was Cabbage being stupid. Not a big gaming market, Africa. It's growing.
we have employees on almost hold on. We have employees on land almost everywhere.
Boss says Travik's terrific, totally tanktacular tank showdown. Yeah, that one. All right, so we got Talk to Me Goose busting out the Type 6.2, great Chinese light, tier 7. Really underrated tank, I think. Doesn't get as much OP hate as it probably should, given some of the other tanks that do. And I'm going to play the Baby Scorpion, because as you know, Chad, I love the M56.
All right, tier 7. Let's go.
The sun never sets on the Wargaming Empire.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Yeah. Major offices and all, I mean, not only that, like, we still have offices on both coasts and in the middle in the US.
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you're far enough north, it wouldn't set on Wargaming, period.
It's not that late in the year yet, I don't think. You gotta get closer to the solstice before you have permanent sunshine in the northern latitude.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
You know what I'm always glad about, but also kind of upset about? So I got to visit our Belarus office, our development office, and it was cool, except it was literally February, so we were all freezing, and it was difficult to, like, leave the hotel that we were in. It was... it was freezing.
Minsk is a really cool city to walk around, though.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. People are very polite.
Definitely. You know what else is popular in Belarus? Well, Minsk. Walking backwards.
Raw horse?
No, what? Well, it is, but I was gonna say walking backwards. Do you know why people walk backwards?
Why?
because if you're walking towards the wind, you want to have your hood and all of your cold weather clothes blocking all of the wind, because that's what makes the cold worse. It's very interesting.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I personally never saw that strategy utilized in other cold places I've been, but if it works for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Repik, we were both talking about that. We
yeah.
both been to Minsk.
David wants to know why can't Wargaming give him a keybind option for the Xbox One version? I like to set my keybinds to arrow keys. I don't like the Xbox controllers too much. That would be a question for the console devs. Unfortunately, we are publishing for PC, so you should try and I would recommend you go find our lovely companionates from the Chicago office on their stream for World of Tanks console.
Beard Productions with the big throwback. I miss Pico Mouse and the giveaways like joysticks or free tanks. We still do giveaways. And Pico is she's a nurse now.
Yeah.
Living it up. Looks on the front line, presumably, of the current situation. So shout out to Pico Mouse.
Shout out.
Those of you who don't know, Pico was one of the first hosts of the North American World of Tanks online presence.
Oof.
Rigger says, as a Canadian, walking backwards does work, but it is impractical. Believe it. Pico's still with us. Oh, Monty's got the emotes. Nice.
Yeah.
Does she still stream?
I don't think so. I do believe her and, like, Major Rampage and some of the old guard still chat. You know what's funny?
Cool.
I never actually met Pico Mouse, even though...
I didn't either.
Yeah.
It was way later. I mean, I knew her from the shows back when I was a player.
Yeah, same. Oh yeah, she's almost definitely busy if she's... Wow!
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, I didn't know I was spotted. Oh, that sucks.
Cool, Monty. You probably know better than we do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she has a different account for her online personality versus her real name. Like, I'm actually almost positive.
You mean her real name isn't Pico Mouse? Wait, is my
real
real name not Cabmech?
Oh my god. It's almost like we have
R.I.P.
we are real people.
Her real name must be Mouse Pico. He's cracked the code. They know my name is Metcab.
Metcab. Mechanical cab.
I hope. Well, I guess some cabs aren't mechanical.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Didn't know that.
Well, if you have like a... Oh, I'm being shot in the side now.
Sorry. I was reading chat. Oof. We're not doing great today.
No. I probably could have gotten out of there if the RD shell hadn't hit right after.
Alrighty.
Yeah, wow, I gotta get back in the swing of things.
Ooh, how did
Yeah, shout out to Domo. How did you guys like Domo? Was he good, guys? I'm sure he was.
Alright, let's hop out because all of us are dead. Alright, back to garage.
Apologies for that one, Goose. That was an unfortunate game.
Yeah, it was. Alright, up next we have Nature Force, and that should be about the last one for the stream, as long as we survive at least most of the way through that battle.
You guys excited about getting the IS-2 screened, huh? Anybody?
I haven't actually played it, even though I have it in my garage. I don't feel like setting it up.
There's no way that this wasn't used as a grill. This one on top. Zero chance.
Really interesting.
It wasn't used as a grill.
All right, tier 9.
Quick wit. Weekly code number 1 is definitely expired by this point because it was last week. Execrable says I finished on Saturday and I'm glad to have gotten the bounty events. Nice. Captain Napalm got it. Awesome.
Please expand the blacklist. 1,000 is too low.
There's an old saying. Actually,
I wasn't going to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it up.
Because you know what? I fully believe that there are more than 1,000 legitimate people to have blocked, especially if you've been playing the game for a long time.
Yeah.
So, not saying this about you. I fully believe that all 1,000 of those people deserve to be blocked. But there's an old saying, and it's if you meet one unpleasant person on your way to work, you just had a bad day. If everyone you meet on the way to work is an unpleasant person, you might be the problem.
If the code is not working for you, it might either be used up, input wrong, or no, that's it. You're not on the North American server.
Congrats, bud.
My brain just broke for a minute there.
Talk to me says I think I have 50. Hey, I certainly have a blacklist of more than 20. I'll have to do a count. People have PM'd me all sorts of horrible things. Most people are fine. Even people who are angry are usually quite polite or like personally okay. But there are some people out there, folks. There are some people that just shouldn't have access to communication with other human beings in an anonymous fashion. Can't be trusted with it.
1 in 3 people use there instead of there. What? Needs context.
Spat Chat. I don't want to push him out, but I kind of would like to go further forward than he is. Komodo says my original comment was missed. Oh, sorry, Komodo. I'll try and get. Oh, he's the 1 in 3.
Oh.
2 in 1 people complain that their lack of math skills is the reason they get triggered by other people's responses, and then he intentionally used the wrong form of there to set up the second joke. Oh. I get it. It's a 2-parter. Privyet and Spasibo to whoever is joining us from the CIS region. I'm assuming that what they said was nice because I saw a smiley face after it. It could have been horribly mean.
It could have been.
It wasn't intentional. Komodo Dagger is barely. Oh, I've met Komodo Dagger. He's definitely literate. It wasn't a 2-parter. I'm just an idiot behind a keyboard. Never mind. I was wrong.
How have I not been shot by this Yegg Tiger? Ah, there we go.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Ah!
And don't worry about what that strategy got the Trojans. There's a deep cut for those of you keeping up. Okay, I'm just not going to pen shots today is basically my strategy. Decide that penning shots is that's for people who want the game to play on easy mode. And I'm playing on hard mode.
Snap. I need help.
I believe that.
Oh my goodness. Everyone just kind of backed up. Oof. Yeah, let's watch Cabbage with his Doge camo.
It doesn't cover my exhausts.
Huh.
Which is why I've kept it on this tank, because it's even more adorably derpy. I was like, what? How did that not pin? Chat's gonna tell me the angle was...
experience cause problems with anyone with Watt? Not that I know of, but do make sure that you update your everything If you're
the
still
thought on
having
them.
issues, definitely see if you can send a crash report to our support team. They should be able to help you a little bit more. Just make sure all your drivers are up to date. Make sure DirectX is up to date. If you're still having issues, like I said, contact support. They should be able to help you out. Thanks. Thanks, Master Sergeant. What server is this? NA. NA server. Since you are on our
I'm gonna make a
World of
break for it,
Tanks
chat. Here we
NA
go.
channel,
Dun,
been
dun,
having
dun,
problems since
dun, dun, dun.
1.9
Oh,
was
okay.
released. I am so sorry.
2 on 12,
That
chat.
really
I got
sucks.
this.
Yup.
2 on 12, easy. Easy.
Well, you know, considering 2 of our dead platoon mates are the only ones that had kills, you know. I hope we did pretty good. Oh. Well, 4 of the...
Wait. I
4 of
actually
the kills
destroyed the
went to us.
252U? What?
Yeah.
How?
I
So one
don't
of my
know.
shots missed and hit somebody else. Did I accidentally destroy somebody?
Maybe. I didn't see.
I must have. What a weird... I want to find out what happened to that 252U. How did I get credit for that kill?
Alrighty.
Yeah, I wonder if
so
the shot registered even. I just didn't see it on my screen, probably.
last battle. Let's let's do something silly.
David Wowhop on Facebook says, why hasn't Wargaming added Israeli tanks, but they've added Swedish tanks? Israel has at least fought in tank battle. I believe the Ravioli is technically an Israeli tank, right? It's the Sherman with the upscaled gun. I know we have it as a French tank in our game, but if I remember correctly, it was actually Israel who used those in combat.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I think we would look into an Israeli line, or at least doing like an Israeli special premium tank. But I don't think there'd be enough to do a whole line because like they use mostly NATO tanks, right? So it would be like a version of.
All right, we're gonna do a tier 3.
The M4A1 RAV is called the Super Sherman 51, produced by the Israelis. Okay, so it was a prototype of the French made them and sold them to Israel. Yeah, and then I know the Israelis used patents and stuff too, right? And even T103s maybe. If you're an Israeli tank historian, please for me.
Apparently, Nature Force didn't have his top gun on that last tank that he had played with us.
Oh, is that why we lost?
Apparently.
As long as we have an excuse.
As long as we have an excuse.
All right. It's just me and you in the last one, or are we getting somebody in?
It's just you and I. All right.
Yeah, so I think that it's definitely possible that we do an Israeli feature tank in the future, David. You know, I think it's one of those things that's kind of hard to measure the interest in. So if that's the kind of thing you want to see, this is a good start. Execrable says it might seem weird, but Israel didn't develop any tanks in World War II. Yeah, that not really in a position to. Wildebeest says, with collector's tanks now, they've opened up the ability to do single nation tanks without having to do whole lines. True. Komodo said the Israelis have altered M48 patents, produced a tank called the Magak, which was actually an M60 prototype. Interesting. Aries War says, Cadmac, do you want a free 5-man crew with 1 perk for free? I'm pretty good on crews, but I appreciate the offer. Reveillerise means upgraded and or improved in French. Really? Didn't know that, actually.
How do you see Watt stuff in the Azarus shop? You should be able to see it. Make sure you're logged in and you connect your Azarus account with your Twitch account.
Play 1 battle with the T-55A. Gotcha.
I am so slow.
Amadude says, I got the Senlac on rent and I love it. Is that bad? No, I think everyone agrees the Senlac was a decent tank. That is let down by the line that it supports. That was my understanding anyway. If I remember the contemporary reviews. I think a lot of people like the Senlac. I don't think you're in.
So Randex, I definitely am gonna point you towards the dev Q&A that we had. I believe there was a question about the crew rework, so definitely check it out. Since you're on Twitch, you can actually find all of the Q&A questions and answers in our video collections. I don't actually recall what the answer was for that question, though, unfortunately.
Cliffy says Senlac is an okay light, but it doesn't play like the line. I actually like the British lights. GSOR excluded.
True Voodoo really likes the lights.
Yeah, he liked the Senlac and the Manticore specifically.
Yeah.
I know. Aries says, I'm not completely researched on the German lines, but I played Battle Day with the T-55A, and for some reason got a 5-man crew for free with 1 perk as a notice. Interesting. I wonder if that was part of a win, or like, did you just come back to the game, Aries, War? Out of curiosity? Ren says, end of stream seeing tier 3s. I like it.
Cool. What is the weekly watcher code? It's basically a loyalty mission. So if you get the code every single week, you will get a big bonus at the end of the month. But yeah, generally, you get 1 code per week. We post 2 codes, but you can only use 1 of them, so you can't use both.
We should have gotten Scorpion, Scimitar, and Saber. I believe we would technically classify those as tank destroyers, but those are in a weird spot. I would like to see those vehicles in the game too. However, I also think a lot of them are later time period, right? Those are Cold War era tanks, or at least like the Scimitar is, right? I remember we saw a whole group of those at the Aquino Tank Weekend in Oshawa. They have a whole group of guys who use them in Desert Storm who come out and drive them again. It's pretty cool. I have their hat, I believe. Oh, that's a Panzer. Oh, it's a Panzer III, Jaden, a Panzer II.
Oh boy, this is not good. I got spotted.
Once the game is over, I'll try and catch up with chat. Guys, a lot of stuff coming in right now. Sorry, guys, this 2-3 game is actually getting pretty intense.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna win
seriously.
it, though.
Whoa. I am not ignoring your question. I am so sorry. I was getting really into this. I actually don't see your question anymore. Can you repost it? Oh, so why is the HE pen higher than AP pen for the BT-7 artillery? Probably because it's an artillery piece. That'd be my guess, honestly.
It's still weird that the pen is higher as well. But yeah, you're definitely being incentivized to use the HE shells.
Yeah.
But you would think logically that the AP would like have higher pen, but maybe do less damage.
It's a light. I know, but the thing is, it is called the
It has an artillery gun on it for sure.
Yeah, it has a BT-7 artillery. It is a light tank in our game, but it has an artillery gun. So
Hey Damien, how's it going?
I'm not wrong. Yeah, this tank isn't very fast.
My Locust is.
Yeah, it's a speedy boy.
I can't wait to
Where
dive to
is
the
the enemy
bush,
team?
the bush line up there. Wildebeest says it's a big shell with a short barrel, so armor penetration would expect to be pretty low. Actually, that's a good point. There's probably so little velocity. So as some of you may know this, basically, the longer the barrel of a ballistics weapon, the higher the velocity is generally the rule. So the short velocity of a big derp artillery gun might be so small that the AP shells are just dog garbage.
Where is the artillery pieces? Oh, I got it up to 25.
Nice.
26. Where are their artillery pieces? Truly. Ah, you found them.
Yes, I did.
With your face. Ooh.
Yes, I did.
Ouch.
Quite well, Cadmac, loving the focus. Yeah, I actually tried that game. I decided in the tier 3 game that was when I should get really into the game and get quiet.
We get really quiet when we're focused.
I probably, yeah, that's why I tend not to do it, is because I totally separate from chat. All right, let me catch up on some of this stuff in chat real quick.
Yeah. I have time to look at my phone and go back to the game.
So Arcanon says, is there anything being done for tank rewards tier 1 for those that already picked a reward now that the reward for the styles has changed, or would we need to send in a ticket? Good question. I will have to clarify that, Arcanon. It is still earlier in the month. I would imagine you'll just get all of them, or you chose something other than the style and now you'd like to reconsider. It's a good point. I'll bring it up with the people responsible. Scadam says they used the AMX-13 during the Suez Crisis. I assume you're referring to Israel? Komodo said, upon the completion of a battle playing a Chinese TD, I received a combat intelligence notification congratulating me on my completion of researching the entirety of the Chinese tech tree. Upon doing so, I was awarded with 5 recruits for which I could assign to any mission, any position. Not
so someone posted something about that on Reddit. We had Shouts at Whales ask me for their username. I have to check that post again, but please submit a ticket with all of your information. Honestly, not sure what's happening there. Hopefully we'll get it figured out. But if you can, I hope you can, send us your username, and I'll forward it to Shouts at Whales.
Well, it took us going down to tier 3, but we finally top 2 to match.
Finally.
So go us. A Tragic did 1,000 damage in a tier 3 day.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, this tank is really, really good. Anyways, that is just about the end of the stream.
Yes, folks, so we are going to get out of here now. It is definitely time for that. Tragic's going to cook up who we're rating. Again, we'll be back on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time with some folks from the American Heritage Museum in Stowe, Massachusetts. If you're interested in hearing the Chieftain and some folks from the museum talk about awesome tanks, stop by for that. If you prefer the more gameplay-oriented nonsense we're usually up to, we'll be back at that next Tuesday at 4 p.m. And I will be apparently wearing a onesie.
All right, we are going to be rating Nick Shocks, so please give him a very warm Sherman Gang welcome, and we will see you guys on Thursday. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, folks, have a great evening. Catch you later.